60s or whatever. You're basically having like a greaser race from the 60s, okay? You're both in a car, the cliff is coming up, you're playing chicken, and if you do insist on driving away, you have to like prep your excuse, right, in advance. You have to say, oh, my grandma has no one to take care of her, so I couldn't die. And in the same way, you have to have something to fall back on if he continues to play chicken, dives off the cliff, and becomes the coolest guy at school prior to dying. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
I have no idea where you're going with this trip. I'm sorry.
It's a game of chicken, and if you stop playing the game, you have to be prepared. That's it.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Spawning in the left side of the map, or if you want to be a clock, I would say that's about, what is that, the 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock position, we have down one game, but still with one win to his name, the mighty, the formidable, the hero of a guy called 1v1 Alpha, HuShang! And who do we have in the bottom screen? RaMa.
In the bottom right, we have from Team Ascension Pro, currently looking to close out this series, Creature.
Hooray. What was that?
I don't know. That was my creature noise.
Would be a good Zerg name, but whatever, it works. I suppose Terrans could refer to Protoss as the creature as well.
It could.
But Protoss could also refer to Terrans as the creature. Oh, the deep, the depth, the Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, the deep, the depth, the Johnny Depp. Okay. So people are making gases, and they're making their gateways, and they're making their pylons, they're doing the good stuff. The good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Looks like for this game, Creature's scouting as per usual, as is HuShang. They're both, this is an important game, a lot is on the line. They don't want to just throw it because they felt like having 50 extra minerals, which is really not a lot. Why'd you die? Because I have $50. Could you imagine you died because someone paid you $50 not to look at the truck that was coming to kill you? Run you over. That wouldn't be pleasant.
It wouldn't. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. You wacky temps. Temps. Tramp.
I'm only temporarily whacked.
Looks like we have a fairly standard PvP here by both players.
Yep.
Opening up as normal as can be. No trickery yet. No trickery afoot.
The normal leads into trickery. Doesn't look like there's going to be any proxies, so I think we can probably rule out some kind of tricky Oracle builds or something like DT play again. So I'm looking forward. Oh, it looks like, wow, they're playing exactly the same, but they are in each other's bases, so that might have to do with that. Getting the Star Hero, getting the Warp Gate, we may very well see some gateway pressure for the first time this series. Be interested to see how that goes. Currently looking for little differences. I think Creature's gases are a little bit ahead, or a little bit behind. Doesn't really matter. Important to note, we have this probe heading over to try to get a proxy pylon down. And RaMa, it appears we have eyed a Stargate. Tech is afoot.
Tech is afoot. Creature opting to take the early Nexus here. Hasn't got any tech out yet. Looks like he's going to go Robo. And this could definitely be bad for Creature if HuShang decides to go into Phoenix production here. Because the later the game goes against Phoenixes, the more you start to get picked apart. Looks like he is deciding to open Oracle here.
Yeah,
and if Creature is not in position for this, he could take a lot of damage. Looks like he's going to have a Photon Overcharge in time, but no Stalkers just yet.
But he has one Stalker, and he has 2 Sentries. So yeah, his anti-air will be sorely lacking. The Oracle can pretty much just eat the shots coming at it, get 6 probe kills, and then leave, and then, you know, have a good time, generally.
Yeah, it just all depends on how fast he gets his overcharge down.
So I was wondering about this. So earlier he put this probe out, so it looks like he's going to be doing some joint gateway harass. So a bit more tricky. than just a standard Oracle little poke. So I'm curious to see how that goes. This has the potential to spiral into some kind of far more aggressive play. He's yet to take his Nexus, so he's basically committed to doing damage because Creature's Nexus is done. So HuShang, how many kills does he get here with this Oracle? There's no defense currently, just getting its way.
5. That's actually a good amount here. And he gets out with only 2 shots taken, so that's a really good job.
Yeah,
there
that
Oracle.
Photon Overcharge was delayed, so Creature with a little bit of a sloppy reaction.
And you know here that he has no overcharge here for the natural. And HuShang looks to just burst up the ramp here and force field Creature's army out into the main. Creature looks like he's good star sense here by Creature. He gets the wind of this, puts his units down at the natural ramp. So it doesn't look like he's going to get caught in, and he scouts this, so he's going to be able to get into position and start preparing for this. But I still think he might take a little bit of damage, because how many gateways does HuShang have here? Oh, nice Oracle harass as well, picking up 2 more kills. And once this overcharge is gone, he's going to burst in with these 2 Oracles and just snipe even more probes here in the main.
Quick to mention, there's 2 Oracles, so this is catastrophic. This push at the front is just to distract him. The moment
nice force fields by Creature, definitely buying himself some time, and these Oracles are gonna. Looks like they're coming back to the main. Is he just gonna try and fight this head up with the Oracles and his gateways? That could be a really, really creative solution to this. And it looks like this. I love this here by HuShang. He's gonna snipe these sentries super fast. So much DPS there with those 2 Oracles. He's gonna back out once she gets. Oh, nice micro there by Creature, pulling those back. But I think HuShang has enough here. He's gonna nice force fields there. Isolating these 2 stalkers.
Yeah,
now he's just going to slowly go work on this Nexus. And the overcharge might be enough to push him back here for now.
There's no Nexus coming out of HuShang. He's on 4 gates. This is as all in as it gets. He knows that this is his time. There is an Immortal out, but there's not much to contest the Oracles once they swoop back in. And they are coming back into the main.
Coming into the main. I really like this here by HuShang.
Oh,
awesome move.
3 kills, 4 kills.
This is a sick build by HuShang here. Super aggressive with these Oracles.
I'm really impressed. This is actually a really fascinating build to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Super. And Creature's been doing an awesome job defending this.
He has.
Force fields at the front here, cutting off half of HuShang's army. He wants to get up this ramp so badly, but that Immortal is just dishing out so much damage here.
And
Creature,
you know, he's getting good pickoffs, but he's lost so many probes. The probe count.
It's these Oracles. They've just been infuriating here for Creature. Beautiful force fields, trapping those Immortals back, and he's just dancing around, desperately trying to do damage. And this is the engagement HuShang needed all game long. He's going to clean all this up here, and this Nexus is going to fall, I think.
Very well executed build by HuShang, and we see in these final moments, the Immortal is desperately struggling to live up to its namesake. The probes are being pulled. The stalkers are waddling sadly. They know their time is up.
Zealots and now that the Photon Overcharge is done, HuShang's just going to close the distance here and start sniping probes.
That their lives are in fact for ire, and this is just about the end. Honestly, credit to Creature. It's very sad that Creature ultimately took this loss when he was so diligent about scouting persistently, and he just didn't see this tactic coming.
Yeah, that was honestly just perfectly executed by HuShang.
Very well done. You know,
he squeezed $1 out of a dime there, to be honest with you, because Creature responded so well to everything. He had everything set up perfectly. HuShang's original plan, it seemed, that was just to use the Oracles as an initial distraction. And then once he saw that Creature wasn't going to fall for it, and then he brought his units down to the main, the natural ramp rather, he queued up the other Oracle and just started. And that's when things just started to snowball out of control. I mean, he just was super annoying. He was so persistent with keeping those alive. And that's how you want to play one-base PvP. You can't just expect to do it in one punch like we've been mentioning all night long. Just short little jabs, just picking away at your opponent. And that was seriously some sick play.
Very MC-esque almost. Like, you know, MC is like the kind of guy who just makes a lot with a little bit of units and then snowballs it, and then he turns into a push. You know, he's the kind of guy who he'll open up with a little bit of gateway pressure and then go into a 2-base Colossi all in. Like, yeah, so I'm very impressed with HuShang's play. Very even series between these two at this point. I'm really digging this. I'm surprised that this turned out to honestly be a better matchup than Semper versus Revolution, to be frank.
Yeah, most definitely.
Sorry, Semper. Sorry, Revolution. Nothing against you guys. Just these Protosses are putting on a little bit of a show. And here we have the game is starting up 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, it's